We saw the military taking away something covered, and then they tried to hide everything.
I was scared, but I couldn't take my eyes off this creature.
I thought that no one would believe me, but I can't make up what I saw.
Why haven't we seen any aliens yet? If there are billions of planets in the universe is so vast that the possibility of other life forms seems obvious. Astronomers estimate that in our galaxy alone, more than 300 million planets could be habitable. But if this is true, where are they? This is called the Fermi paradox. One explanation is that we just haven't found the right ways to communicate yet. Another, maybe they are hiding from us or don't want us to find them. Were there any real contacts with aliens? Or is it all fiction? One of the most famous cases occurred in 1947 in Roswell, New Mexico. Something mysterious crashed in the desert, and the U.S. Army first claimed it was a flying saucer, but later changed the story to a weather balloon. Witnesses claimed to have seen strange materials and even the bodies of creatures. Another case, in 1975, logger Travis Walton disappeared in a forest in Arizona. Colleagues claimed to have seen a bright flash of light and how Travis was taken away by a UFO. The man was found 5 days later, and he told about his stay aboard the ship, where he met strange creatures. His story was tested on a lie detector. In the small town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, for a year, people reported strange phenomena, mysterious lights in the sky, strange sounds, and even a creature called Mothman. This creature was described as large, with a wingspan of up to 3 meters and red glowing eyes. It was first seen by two young couples who claimed that the creature was chasing their car at speeds of over 150 kilometers per hour. The events reached a peak on December 15, 1967, when the Silver Bridge collapsed, killing 46 people. Locals believed that the Mothman's appearances were harbingers of disaster. Despite the numerous testimonies, scientists suggest that the story could have been exaggerated and the creature was only a large bird, such as an owl. But what's more interesting is that many residents reported UFOs during the same periods. Eyewitnesses saw bright balls of light flying low over the city. Researchers of paranormal phenomena believe that the Mothman and UFOs may be interconnected, although this hypothesis has not been confirmed.
It was a huge creature with wings. It was literally chasing our car, and its eyes were glowing red.
After the bridge disaster, I'm sure it was a warning.
In January 1996, residents of the city of Varaginha in Brazil witnessed something shocking. First, eyewitnesses reported the crash of an unknown flying object near the city. A few days later, local girls saw a strange creature. It was short, had dark oily skin, large red eyes, and short limbs. Local police and the military promptly cordoned off the area where the accident allegedly occurred. According to witnesses, they saw the military taking away something wrapped in blankets. The girls who came across the creature later complained of headaches and nausea. One of them was even hospitalized, where her condition was attributed to an unusual infectious disease. The Brazilian government has categorically denied any contact with extraterrestrial life forms, calling the events mass hysteria. However, some officers at military bases confirmed that they had seen something unusual. The story remained without an official explanation, but many locals are still convinced that it was an alien contact.
We saw a strange creature. It had a big head, red eyes, and it emitted a faint smell of ammonia.
It didn't look like a human being. Its movements were slow and clumsy.
On October 11, 1973, two friends, Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker, went fishing on the Pascagoula River in Mississippi. In the evening, they saw an object land near them, emitting a bright blue light. 3 humanoid creatures with strange arms that the men said looked like crabs emerged from the craft. The beings silently carried them to the ship, where the men were subjected to an unknown scan. Charles and Calvin described the creatures as having no eyes, with smooth silver skin. After a few minutes, they were returned to shore, and the ship instantly disappeared. The men immediately went to the police. Their testimony was tested with a lie detector, and no signs of deception were found. This story became one of the most discussed in the United States. Parker and Hickson did not change their testimony even years later, making this case one of the most mysterious in the UFO world. In August 2001, a huge matrix-shaped drawing appeared in a field near the Chilbolton Observatory. It was reminiscent of the Arecibo message that humanity sent into space in 1974. The drawing contained data about the civilization, their DNA, height about 1 meter, number, and planet of residence. A few days later, a portrait of a humanoid appeared next to it, looking like a typical grayish alien. Both drawings are so complex that it seems almost impossible for ordinary people to create them overnight. Researchers of paranormal phenomena have suggested that this could be a message from an extraterrestrial intelligence. Skeptics, on the other hand, consider it an extremely skillful fake. However, the technology of creating these drawings still raises questions even among experts. On September 16, 1994, in a small school near the town of Rua, Zimbabwe, more than 60 children witnessed an unusual phenomenon. They saw a UFO land in the field next to the school and humanoids emerge from it. The creatures were short, with large black eyes and shiny costumes. The children said that the beings did not speak, but communicated through thoughts. They conveyed a message about the need to take care of the environment. All of the children's testimonies coincided, although they did not conspire with each other. Psychologists who later investigated the case confirmed that the children were speaking sincerely and were not making up stories. The event in Rua became one of the most famous UFO encounters that remains unexplained. What if UFOs are not aliens, but something else entirely? Scientists from SETI, the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, have been listening to the cosmos for decades in search of signals. In 1977, a telescope detected a powerful signal called the WOW signal. It was a short transmission that was never explained. Most UFOs we see can be explained by natural phenomena, atmospheric conditions, or military experiments. But some cases remain mysterious even to the best scientists. What if aliens are not as friendly as we think? Famous physicist Stephen Hawking warned that contact with highly advanced aliens could be dangerous. They may treat us as we treat ants. There are also reverse versions. For example, abnormal drawings in the fields attributed to aliens sometimes contain messages that look like warnings or attempts at communication. And incidents in which people have felt helped during difficult circumstances may be indicative of their friendliness. Aliens, myth or reality? How can we find out the truth? We don't yet have proof of the existence of aliens, but science is making great strides forward. Space telescopes are searching for planets. SETI is listening for signals, and you and I are watching the night sky closely. What do you think? Have you seen anything unusual? Write your story in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. Click like and bell so you don't miss the next videos about the most mysterious phenomena in space. And remember, maybe someone is already waiting for us out there. See you in space.